Hello, I am Rukaze here. Um, this is, oh man, I haven't done this in a while. This is going to be a fan fiction video about Black Clover. Sorry about that, dog's barking. Anyways, this is a fan fiction I've been making with. Give me un momento, por favor. Sorry about that. As I was saying, this is a Black Clover alternate universe fan fiction video where I have my intake about it, and it starts off where us and with my OC character and the story getting their grimoires. I'm not going to go through the whole process of going to the backstory or whatnot. So I hope this will be an occurring event, not like other videos where I just do it once and I just quit and just blah my day away. Anyways, so as we see two kids with their hands stretched out saying, where's okay, where are grimoires at? Rue and these two kids were Rue Lecky before they abandoned them at the church. And Asta was in the same boat. Yeah, where's my grimoire at? So these two kids were just like, what? This is ridiculous. We don't have grimoires, so they got mad and left after everybody made fun of them, saying that they're not going to be wizard kings. So they went to the only place where they could think clearly and have a spar. Let me phrase this: spar is pretty powerful. They're moving so fast, but when their fists actually connect with one another, a shockwave sent out to an underground chamber under the skull itself. Now, this underground chamber is different from what I would want it to be, but it's just a story, so get over it. I guess I should say to myself. They go down to. They found the stairway. There was these two books. Well, faces, come to us, seek out your destiny. You were meant to be magics, mages, whatever. But they were skeptical at first, trusting these voices in their heads. But at the same time, they went up to these two different books, or three, I should say, again. As Rue went up to the first one, he picked it up. He felt like this. He felt like it was saying, "Good, you chose me well, hatchling. You will learn all the power of a dragon slayer elements from the ancients long ago has passed. Has now been in a grimoire that's been hiding in hibernation for thousands of years. Now you have the magic of a dragon slayer. With this grimoire to help you out, I wish you luck, hatchling grimoire." But each of the grimoire had or each clover on it, though, had a different color or different kind of dragon on it. The last head of the dragon was a rainbow dragon, which means all elemental. That's why it was lucky at this book by chance. Asta, on the other hand, got two books. One was his regular negate magic because that's what he gets, but the other was god slaying magic, and he could switch between the two because his magics are not his magic that he got from the book, God Slayer magic. But he only knows one attribute from the magic book itself. He can learn all elements, like the Dragon Slayer one, but they each get to learn one or two depending on how powerful they are. For Rue, he got fire and lightning, and as for Asta, he got fire. But he also got the demon dwelling sword, so he's kind of training with a sword. But don't get me wrong. Rue's got the Dragon Slayer sword, or as they call it, Dragon's Bane. This sword is the most beautiful sword that anybody's ever seen before. It's not like in Skyrim Dragon's Bane. Oh no. This sword is a nice, it has a nice blade to it. Has a what was it? Studs of gold in the hilt that's shaped into a dragon. The sheath on it, though, was pure black with a dragon all the way wrapped around the sheath, and the Simba shaped into a dragon in the moon. And with this sword, though, this dragon slaying sword, so as they were done with this, their whole process of getting magic, they're shining and they're just getting a lot of power, and they were just getting these gruntle faces like in pain, and their muscles started to get absorbing all the mana and power with all this magnificent energy. They finally woke up from all the pain that they were going through, but in a different. I'm sorry. Rue has finally gained the features of a dragon slayer, but without going. He has the eyes of a dragon, but and he has this as well. But that's pretty much what Dragon Slayer magic does. Asta has pretty much the God slaying magic, so his eyes are and Devil Slayer sword and ran like they said, man, we'll feel faster. Yeah, me too. Asta, let's get there quickly. I think Yuno's in trouble. And then, shortly enough, both kids to the wall, which caught himself in midair, caught himself in midair, and jumped off the wall, landing next to a friend, uh, Rue. They both looked at the guy. So the two magicless kids are going to beat me up. I don't even need to waste time on you deeds, do you? The magic knight thief guy. What did you say? Here, let me show you something. Fire and electricity coming out of his other hand. And he's slowly saying, not a chant, but words. And then the grimoire opened up next to him. Since he was a kid, he knew that his two brothers were really something. So strong that he couldn't keep it to themselves until they were older. That's where grimoires were taken from him. So, magic training and physical training, he realized that after the train user trained him up, he had to get physically stronger before he could get magically stronger. And somebody else could have gotten it, but I really hope I did get it myself. It's called Dragon Magic Art Clone of the Fire, and now from the fire will make a perfect clone of him. It's like a shadow clone type deal from Naruto, but magically. So as Yuno was being trained physically with the clones, that could take way more than just a hit to take them down. Yuno and Asta are training mentally, physically, and magically on how to get their magic way up there in the crowds. You see, the two boys are not just fighting or getting their magic containers up. They're also having their and they're fighting inside their mindscapes with each other because they have swords of called Dragon Bane and the Demon Slayer. So I'm sorry. That's why it's my alternate universe. So after so many days or inside the mind of years training, which is only about a couple months time, they finally got their magic reserves up to par with their respectable god one, and the other one being the devil. The god one had the hands, a different hand of elements, and the dragon one being different dragon heads. So after a while, they got their power up, and now leagues with So as they were suppressing their power, though, and only wanted to show it during the Magic Night exams because they don't want nobody else to know about their power that they just got. But everybody knows about Dragon's Bane is a really hardcore sword to get. His mother was the last one to wield it, but she died wielding it because she had a soul of a dragon, but not a body. You see, only a true person can hold Dragon's Bane, its final form, and his mother had the second last final form. And to unlock its true potential, you could still be in Dragon's Bane state. It's kind of like Shikai versus Bankai kind of thing, but it's kind of the opposite. Dragon's Bane will work against the host as long as Dragon's Victory is the stronger version of Dragon's Bane, because Dragon's Victory is the final release state of the Dragon's Bane, and the more positive powers of all the other swords combined to be the best sword out there. But it has to be Dragon's Bane at first, and you have to train with it for years before you get it to Dragon's Victory, because it's the last generation, and only able to do that is with the training of a dragon slayer and a soul of a dragon inside. Sorry, hang on. Sorry about that. I had to yell at my doggies. Anyways, as we see, Rue and Asta and on their last days. So now they're traveling. Give me 1 second. So, and in the way to the capital, they finally got there and everything. Asta didn't buy any of those stupid snakes that he wanted to, but Rukaze or Ru, not me, Ru, finally said, "You don't want to eat that. I can smell what's in that. You do not want." So he took them somewhere else, and they ate. And then they got ready for the entrance exam. Asta was becoming going into the Magic Knights exam, excited that there's no birds on him but one anti-bird pecking his head. And Asta looked at the bird and flared his magic. The bird was like, "Oh shit, this guy's strong," and still pecked his head, telling him to calm the fuck down. Basically, he's not getting the hit. Our resident dragon slayer, though, can understand nature. Even when he was young, he could understand nature. He never did understand why, though. Not or Asa. She's trying to tell you to calm down. Stop releasing your magic power. How do you know it's a she? Oh, I forgot you're in tune with nature.